Hello there guys, and welcome to the round of Savannah, and we are here to give you race number 2 on the schedule. Greg Brown has the pole for today's race. He was really strong out there at Daytona. Looked like a really good shot to try and win that 500, but just wasn't meant to be. But boy, on his outside, this guy won the race back here in season 6. It was Stephen Paul III. Had a terrible season 7. He failed to qualify for the race that we had here last season, trying to get redemption in the K-Love Ford car right there in the 98 car. And then starting right there in third is the 24 of Eugene Max, and alongside is his teammate Nick Mace, who is also very strong out there in the Daytona 500 as well. For more on the starting grid, let's get down to the starting lineup. As the pace car is going to dive on in pit road. Greg Brown in the 8 car is going to lead us all down for the 40 laps here at Savannah. Green flag is out at Savannah. Looks like Stephen Paul III is taking off to a very good jump. Right on the outside of Greg Brown, he'll take the lead. Savannah lately in these races have become the outside groove where you want to be at. The outside is a very fast line. On the outside here is the 48 car of Nick Mace. Nick Mace was really strong out there in that Daytona 500. Ended up getting in some sort of problems in the later stages of the race. He had damage, but was able to finish in the top 10. Got 7th. Looking to try and get on a roll here and trying to win a race this season here at Savannah. But right now, Greg Brown runs right here in 2nd place. Both Mace and Brown was really strong out there in that 500. Stephen Paul III, we really didn't talk much about him, but he ended up getting turned in the final incident of that race. The 500 ended up finishing very low, finishing 20th. And was not quite happy with Richard Johnson turning him in the Daytona 500. Showing off redemption here at Savannah to try and score a win for the 98 team of Phil Parsons Racing. Here in the rear of the field, Sean Perkins looks like he may have some sort of problems. I'm not sure what happened to Sean Perkins. Yeah, Sean Perkins, where is he? He's almost about to go a lap down. Sean Perkins in the 99, he made a lot of enemies out there in that Daytona 500. So, yeah, Sean Perkins looking like the rookie, just trying to get on to a good start right here. Just trying to find some clean ground. But let's take a replay and see what happened to Sean. Well, this is what's going to happen. This was on the pace laps right here. They all bunch up on the inside here. And watch, Sean Perkins is going to pass the 26 of Nicholas Guerrera, and that will deserve a penalty. That's going to be a drive-through for Sean Perkins. You cannot pass a car before the pace lap, so Sean Perkins is going to have to make a drive-through under a green flag to start off the race. So it's kind of tough luck for Sean, but he should have known in the driver intros and the drivers meeting before the race that you cannot pass a car on the start. So, yeah, Sean Perkins getting the black flag by the SS officials. His second race ever in the Sony Cup Series, not off to a good start in his career. Let's get you back to live. We are back live, and we still have Stephen Paul III with the lead. On lap 7 of 40, we will come up on lap 8. Greg Brown in the 8 car. He is on a very long drought of no wins. It's been a long time for Greg Brown. Season 2 at Martinsville was the last time we saw Greg Brown bring his car to victory lane. Driving for Penske Motorsports, the 2 car back then. That was way far back then. That was his last victory. Greg Brown trying to go back to victory lane driving for DEI for the Budweiser Racing Crew. Almost brung him to victory lane in the 500, but just couldn't get by the rookie of Zach Robinson. But also, look at this front runner up here, right here. James Silver Fox has come up from absolutely kind of nowhere, actually. And he is up in the top 4 now and actually looking very strong. Another player right here, Jackson Williams, driving the 3 car, sporting the Earnhardt colors there for the Goodwrench car. He ended up missing the Daytona 500, didn't make the start, and he is here today trying to get some valuable points. He missed out in the 500. So off to a good start for this rookie, currently, right now, the highest rookie as it runs. Richard Johnson and Luke Martin, teammates there working together. That could be a force to be reckoned with. Them 2 guys right there on the same team, that could be a big threat down near the end of the season. Andres Allen back in his net zero colors right there. Remember in season 3, he ended up winning 3 races that season with the Zero Crew, tying the record with Luke Martin, Nick Mace, and others for most wins of a season. Andreas Allen did. And Tony Blazer, also in the 38 car, he is driving around the racetrack. It looks like the 16 car of Dylan Young may have a problem. Yeah, Young comes in for a splash of gas. That's all he came in for. Remember, you may have to come in for pit stops. We probably had to do that last season. We almost had to do that last season, but we didn't have to. But the 16 crew making some gambles there for Dylan Young. Splash of gas, he may be good to the end. And some other guys may have to pit. We're going to have to check on that strategy with him. But Tony Blazer, like we said, missed out on the 500. He's here today, just like Jackson Williams. So he's going to try and get some valuable points. Zach Robinson, after coming out of Daytona with his 500 victory, shocked a lot of people being a rookie here to win this, to win the Daytona 500. Remember, there is 11 rookies out of 26, and that's got to be really big right there for Zach Robinson to be one of them guys to pull it out. The 5 car Vito Corlong sporting my favorite colors. That is probably my favorite paint scheme in all of NASCAR right there. That 5 Kellogg Chevrolet. I love that paint scheme. I'm so glad I got it. And so glad to see Vito Corlong sporting the car right there, but too bad it is not in the lead. I like that car. Nice paint scheme. I really do like that car. Some guys, some rookies hanging in the back. The season 4 champion Hayden Klein in the back right here. Tryfon Reed along with Derek Reed. The Reed brothers are the 3rd trio of brothers to ever come into the season, come into the series. The Hart brothers and the Schofield brothers were the only brothers that actually came into the sport. Now we got the Reeds. Henry Nova in the back of the field along with the 07 of Jeffrey Finguy. Finguy had a bad run-in. He actually blamed a lot on Richard Johnson in our post-race interview about turning the 98 car, and he got involved. Michael White actually struggled a lot so far this practice area. Nicholas Guerrero has been struggling to find speed ever since he came into the SCS. Jacob Hart running in the rear of the field at his home track. Probably not what the fans want to see. Dom Capps, the Season 6 champion, running in the 6th in the rear of the field, tailing the back of the field. So not good for the 6 Viagra car. Dylan Young made some sort of gamble to come in early, and now he is running 25th on the board, or 26th on the board because he went a lap down. So Dylan Young may be playing the strategy game with the fuel game, coming in early. But back up front, Greg Brown has gotten by Stephen Pollard III, and Nick Mace has also gotten by Pollard. It is Brown and Mace. That 8 car and that 48 has just been so strong so far this entire season. And the pace car is out, so there goes Dylan Young's strategy of coming in early, and Young is going to be trapped a lap down. That's terrible luck for Young, but that was a strategy he was willing to take. The pit caution flag is out. We do not know what it's out for, but the cars are in. A lot of guys, everybody taking their turn into the pit road. Here comes the 8 car, sliding his car in. There's the 98 of Pollard, DeMax, and Mace. They're all in there. Young is going to stay out. I don't know if he'll get on the tail end of the lead lap or not. But there goes Brown. He's out on the way. Michael White, what a gamble. Gas only for the 17 car. Look at Hart right there. Jacob Hart making a gamble there along with Henry Nova and Alan Smith. A lot of guys making a gamble to get up there. Look at that. Stephen Pollard III lost a lot of ground right there. Boy, that's a lot of spots lost right there by a few guys, and a lot of spots gained, mainly right there by Michael White. What a move right there. Came in 15th. He will come out 3rd. What a jump right there for that crew. Great job by the Roush Fenway Brigade. The Killer Bees getting the 17 car out there in 3rd place and with a chance to win the race here. Let's get you to what the caution is out for. Well, the rookie of Tony Blazer and the veteran Andreas Allen have been hammering at each other the last few laps, and then Blazer just dumped him right there, running in the back of him, and wham, right there against the barrier. And that was just a weird way to wreck, but he continues on. It doesn't look like his car is that damaged at all, really. But, yeah, they was hammering at each other the entire last 5 laps, and they finally got it over with right there. And we'll finally straighten it out. Now, let's just get you back to live. Coming back to the restart, it'll be Greg Brown, Dylan Young's lap down, Nick Mace, Michael White, and James Silverfox, and Charles Sanford. Green flag is back in the air. Now, Dylan Young on the inside right there, he is 1 lap down. His crew made a gamble that there was not going to be any cautions in this race, and that they was going to make a gamble to win the race with pit strategy by pitting early, and that really did screw him over with the caution. So Young in between 1st and 2nd place right there, and oh no, Greg Brown's got a pit. Greg Brown, oh my goodness, oh, he comes up in the front of Dylan Young. I think Greg Brown's got a tire down. I don't know what's wrong with Greg Brown, but he had to make a jump to pit road when he missed the pits. Oh my goodness. Greg Brown's coming back into the pit road. I think he may have a tire going down on the 8 Budweiser Chevrolet, but he misses it again. Oh my goodness, Greg Brown. Wow, Greg Brown. Well, I mean, I always wanted to say that, but he misses the pit road. That's going to open the door wide open for Michael White and Nick Mace to take the lead. Did Greg Brown ever make it to pit road? He's still trying. Greg Brown finally makes it to pit road after missing it 2 times. Greg Brown's not going to win Savannah, but that was terrible luck for him. Now it's a 2-car race for the race lead. Greg Brown had that race. He had the lap car in between him and 2nd place. Now Nick Mace is looking very strong to win his 8th career Sony Cup Series victory. He is pulling a bit of a gap now to the 17 crew of Michael White's car right there. I don't think it's going to be anything he can do, but what a terrible break for Greg Brown. 25th on the board right now for the 8 car. That's got to be such a heartbreak for Greg Brown. You're on a roll right there. No one was touching you the whole entire race. And you have a tire going down in between with 10 laps to go. Opening up for the 48 to strike at this victory here. Opening up a big gap now to the 17 car. Nobody is able to touch the 48 after the 8 cars' mistakes right there. With only 4 to go, Nick Mace just has to bring it home. A caution comes out now, the race will end, and I'm pretty sure nothing drastic can happen to Nick Mace. Boy, what a way for that to happen to Greg Brown. Now we got a battle for second place. Michael White, James Fox going at it for second and third. Eugene Max right there in fourth. Jacob Hart and Jackson Williams right there. Jackson Williams, the highest running rookie. Jacob Hart, he ran way back in the field, 18th most of this race, and he made pit strategy to get up there in the top 10. Looks like James Fox is going to get by the 17 for second place with only 2 laps to go. Nick Mace opening up a huge gap. Nick Mace into turns number 3 and 4. He had a very, very strong race car. Wanted to contend with Greg Brown, but Greg Brown had such a good car on that restart. It was nothing. It was meant for Greg Brown to be for the victory. Everybody knew right then that was Greg Brown's race. He was pulling away and he had a mistake. Oh my goodness, and it's going to open the doors for Nick Mace. The 48 crew was going to win their 8th career Sony Cup Series victory. Boy, luck was on their side here today. That 8 car started to pull away, and Greg Brown had a tire going down. Disappointing luck right there for the 8 crew. And the 8 crew of Greg Brown is going to come out of here in 25th. Oh, that's got to burn right there. But Nick Mace is the winner. Congratulations to Nick Mace. Whew, that was a crazy race there, guys. Let's get you to your finishing results.